Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today is all about the Ripper. This is the Ripper that I'll be using. It is Aristocrats plus 40% power attack damage and minus 25% action point cost. As you can see, I have enough caps to get the maximum bonus of 50%. All of the attacks from the spin-up weapons are power attacks, so 40% power attack damage, at least for me, that's a must. If I don't have that on the weapon, I'm not interested in it. And since they constantly use AP when you're attacking, reduced AP cost is also a good thing. I also have it modded with the extended blade. Since we will be using this in VATS, I do have hack and slash. I only have rank 3. This character is still a work in progress, but 40% of the time it should trigger, and that will do area of effect damage. It is a one-handed weapon, so I have various ranks of the gladiator perks. We also have Incisor for armor penetration. I have martial artist on there for other things. I'm not sure if that actually does anything with these weapons, but I use other melee weapons, and that's why I have it. Since I will be using this in VATS, I am using Gun Fu. This will swap targets if they're close enough. Actually, even if they're not close, even if they're out of range and the chance to hit is 0%, it'll still swap targets. And since I'll be using it in VATS, I will be doing critical hits. So I do have critical savvy and better criticals. I also have a full set of thorn armor, so there's a little bit of extra bleed damage. As far as mutations go, I have twisted muscles. That will help with, it gives extra melee damage and a chance to cripple. We're not really caring about that. It's more about the extra melee damage. And I use food buffs and I use meat food buffs because that is the best for a melee character. So we do have carnivore to get double the benefit. Now, as far as food buffs go, we are using AP, so company tea is a must. I'll be doing critical hits. And since I'm carnivore, I don't have blight soup available, but we are using sweet mute fruit tea for an extra 50% critical damage. We have blood bug pepper steak for extra health regen. Cranberry meatball grinder for extra health. That really does help because we'll be up close and personal with our enemies and we will be taking hits. Deathclaw Wellington for extra strength, which equals extra damage. Seared venison and with berries, which gives us extra luck, which will help with those critical hits. Squirrel on a stick, which is extra agility, which means extra AP. And tasty mutton meat pie for extra melee damage. All right, let's see how this goes. I must say I'm pretty new to VATS melee. I do like melee a lot, but in terms of stagger will knock me out of it. But you can see there's every time you get one of those explosions, hack and slash triggers. But we're chewing through her health pretty well. This is and I'm out of AP. That is the one downside about this weapon is when you're out of AP, you can't use the weapon at all. It's not like there we go. It's not like a gun where if you're out of AP, you aren't able to use it in VATS, but you can still manually aim. With this, when you're out of AP, you can't use the weapon anymore. So probably if you're playing a melee character, you don't want to have this as your only weapon. Now, I am really liking the VATS melee. One thing that I have run into that's kind of frustrating is if there's a group of enemies, sometimes what'll happen is it'll focus on the enemy that's far away rather than the one that's right in front of you. And of course, the one that's far away is too far away to hit. But you can see we just, with hack and slash, with okay, critical hits. Let's see if we can not die with this one. There we go. That worked out pretty well. Now, the only thing that would be better about this weapon is if it was vampire, because I do take quite a lot of damage, and I go through, I mean, Stimpaks are obviously easy to get a hold of, but yeah, I do go through a lot of them playing with this weapon just because I'm constantly taking hits. Which is why I like a food that gives me passive health regen when I'm out of combat, although no break at the moment. But so far, I will say VATS melee can actually be pretty good. One of the issues I've run into though is there's a Stimpak going. Is the Scorch Beast Queen. She has what? Okay, I don't know what that's about. Okay. The Scorch Beast Queen, she you have to be close for melee to get a percent chance that's over 0. And unfortunately, the Scorch Beast Queen has this weird hitbox where if you get too close to her, it goes to 0. So VATS melee with the Scorch Beast Queen is very frustrating, but I haven't run into that on anything else. Okay, I don't know what this is about. Let's see. Okay, he's just here. Okay, this is weird. I don't have any idea. If anyone knows what this is about, I'd be curious. Leave a comment. I don't have a clue. All right, so far I've been to 3 different areas and every single one of them has had a Scorched Officer, so they are out in force today. I'm basically ignoring them. Let's see how we do with the Glowing Gulper. Yeah, staggers will interrupt the VATS attack, but come on, here we go. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. All right, where's that behemoth? There we go. Let's see how we do. I'm sure we will not be able to do a continuous attack because we will get staggered at some point, but we could stay in VATS. There we go. Shoot right through him. Now, really what I wanted with this I didn't really set out to use the Ripper specifically. I wanted to try VATS, you know, an auto melee. And I tried the chainsaw first, and I found the chainsaw to be insanely buggy. Yeah, everything's just going down super easy. Chainsaw was very buggy. Sometimes it would just not, it wouldn't even lock on, or it would just stop doing damage. So I'd be in VATS, and it would spin up and sound like it's doing damage, and nothing would happen. And so I found the chainsaw, especially in third person, which is how I like to play melee. So I found the chainsaw really buggy. The Buzzblade I actually found to be pretty good compared. I mean, this and the Buzzblade I found to be kind of the two best in terms of auto melee and sticking with the target, staying in VATS. All right, let's see if I can hit a wing. I'm not the best, especially in third person when it comes to aiming, but should be able to. Oh, nice and slow. I don't really want you to be slow. I want you to land. There we go. Coming in, and we are going to charge up. I think we could be okay with this. It's not as bad as the Scorched Beast Queen. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that, but come on. Stagger. VATS is broken. I do find that VATS melee is that way sometimes, that you'll just drop out of VATS from time to time. That's one of the reasons I equipped Gun Fu, was just because I know if you're using a gun, Gun Fu can actually help you stay in VATS, even if you don't care about the target switching, but target switching is just a nice bonus. And there you have it, the Ripper. With the right combination of effects and the right combination of buffs, it can be quite devastating, and it's a ton of fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.